Hello and welcome to G Fun Facts Online, your go-to spot for diving deep into the wonders of science and technology. Today, we're tackling a truly revolutionary topic that's changing lives: gene therapy, specifically using stem cells for people battling rare genetic disorders. For so many individuals and families, these conditions meant a future with few, if any, treatment options. But now, there's a powerful beacon of hope, offering not just treatments, but potentially actual cures. So how does this incredible science work? The most common approach is something called an ex vivo process, which basically means outside the body. Imagine this. Doctors collect a patient's own hematopoietic stem cells. These are the master cells in your bone marrow that create all your blood and immune cells. These cells are then whisked away to a super specialized lab. In the lab, scientists get to work, genetically engineering these stem cells. They often use tiny, modified viruses, like lentiviruses or retroviruses, as delivery trucks to carry a healthy copy of the faulty gene right into the stem cell's DNA. And increasingly, super precise tools like CRISPR-Cas9, the famous gene editing scissors, are used to make these corrections with pinpoint accuracy. Once these cells are fixed up, and their numbers are boosted in the lab, they're infused back into the patient. Now usually, before this happens, the patient undergoes something called conditioning, often involving chemotherapy. This is to make space in the bone marrow, so these newly engineered supercells can settle in, thrive, and get to work. However, there's exciting progress here too. A clinical trial for Fanconi anemia, a rare blood disorder, showed that genetically corrected stem cells could be successfully given back to patients without this tough conditioning, which is a massive step forward. But why stem cells? What makes them so special for this job? Well, they have two superpower-like qualities. First, they can self-renew. This means once these corrected stem cells take root, they can keep producing healthy cells for the rest of the patient's life, a truly long-term solution. Second, they are multipotent. This is a fancy way of saying they can develop into various types of specialized cells. This versatility is key, especially for diseases affecting the blood and immune systems. For instance, corrected hematopoietic stem cells can churn out healthy red blood cells to fight diseases like beta thalassemia or sickle cell disease, or a robust army of white blood cells to combat primary immunodeficiencies. They're essentially fixing the problem at its very source. And the results? They're nothing short of remarkable. We've seen incredible success with conditions like severe combined immunodeficiency, or SCID. You might know it as bubble boy disease. Many children with SCID who've received this therapy have developed functional immune systems, which is life-changing. And for those debilitating hemoglobinopathies, like beta thalassemia and sickle cell disease, gene therapies are no longer just a futuristic dream. They're becoming a clinical reality. Just recently, we've seen approvals for groundbreaking treatments like Casgevy, which uses CRISPR-Cas9, and Lyfgenia, which uses a lentiviral vector, both for sickle cell disease. Casgevy has also been greenlit for transfusion-dependent beta thalassemia in multiple countries, including the UK, US, and across the European Union by early 2024. It's truly global progress. Other conditions like metachromatic leukodystrophy, with a therapy called Libmeldy approved in Europe, Wiskott-Aldrich syndrome, and adrenoleukodystrophy, are also seeing very promising outcomes from these ex vivo stem cell gene therapies. In fact, as of 2024, there are 38 FDA-approved cell and gene therapy products. That number tells you just how rapidly this field is advancing. Now, as with any cutting-edge science, there are challenges. These are highly personalized treatments, which means they can be very expensive and complex, limiting access for some. The conditioning regimens, when needed, can have harsh side effects, and scientists are always keeping a close eye on long-term safety and effectiveness. One concern has been something called insertional mutagenesis. That's where the gene delivery vehicle might park itself in the wrong spot in our DNA. But the good news is, newer, smarter vector designs and more precise gene editing tools are being developed to drastically reduce these risks. Another hurdle is scaling up the manufacturing of these custom-made cell products cost-effectively. And for diseases that affect solid organs, not just the blood, Researchers are working hard on how to get these modified stem cells to the right place and make sure they stick. A big area of focus for the future is in vivo gene therapy. Imagine correcting the genes directly inside the patient's body, even targeting those stem cells right in their bone marrow niche. The FDA is also actively supporting this, with initiatives like the Rare Disease Innovation Hub and the START program, designed to speed up the development of these life-saving therapies for rare diseases. Despite the challenges, the field is evolving at an incredible pace. We're seeing constant innovation in viral vector technology, making them safer and more efficient. Gene editing tools are becoming even more sophisticated, with things like base editing and prime editing offering new levels of precision. Our understanding of stem cell biology is deepening every day, which helps refine these therapies. Researchers are also exploring other cool avenues, like using induced pluripotent stem cells, or iPSCs. These are adult cells that can be reprogrammed back into a stem cell-like state, and then used to generate patient-specific, genetically corrected cells for an even wider range of conditions. The journey of stem cell-based gene therapy for rare genetic disorders is a story of amazing achievements, offering tangible hope where it was once scarce. It's truly transformative. So while there's still work to be done, the progress is undeniable. These therapies are set to become more accessible and will continue to profoundly improve the lives of countless patients and their families around the world. It's a testament to human ingenuity and our relentless pursuit of solutions. Thanks for tuning in to G Fun Facts Online today. We hope you found this as fascinating as we did. Stay curious, keep learning, and we'll catch you on the next one.